It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. Good afternoon, everybody. We're here in Shanghai. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles per hour with DRS assistance down the back straight before the cars break into the tight hairpin at turn 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, we are back. We most certainly are. Of course, the Southern Cross Racing reboot. Bit of a hiatus for us, of course. Yes, well, we'll start to explain, but first, welcome everybody, of course. Yes, Broken. It's been a little while, mate, since I've been behind the mic, of course. And yes, while touching on that, of course, we had a bit of a break. We had a few personal issues going on in the background, all sorted now, and we are back racing. And if you were there at the start of the stream, of course, you would have noticed the championship tables. Yes, the group and the driver standings have been completely wiped, folks. And yes, the constructors standings, as they are the same teams, but different personnel, of course, will remain the same. Round 11, here we are at China. I am running solo, so first one back, running solo. Howsy is away with the family, and good on him. Wish him all the best. Venti is, well, he's down with the COVID, and a couple of boys are as well, of course. I speak of none other than B2, of course. We got to reunite the boys, B1 and B2. I speak of none other than Brad Tay and Blue Dog, but unfortunately, Blue Dog is a bit crook as well, so wish him well, and yeah, well, I'm sure he will be. Jonesy, yes, how are you, mate? And well, first time chatter, how are you, mate? Well, first time, long time, Jonesy, but good to see you in as well. And Lorenzo Bro, of course, one of the new kids on the block, did follow just while we did a bit of a test, and he followed while we were doing that, so I'll put that up there for him now. Thank you very much, mate. You're an absolute legend. Yes, he's one of the new kids on the block, and, well, where is he? There he is on the list, and driving for Toyota Gazoo Racing. Thank you for your follow, Jonesy. And there it is there, bang! And absolutely brilliant. Can you... Yeah, poor Blue Dog. Poor Blue Dog is, yeah, under the weather, and... we did have a ball. We were at the Melbourne Grand Prix, and of course with many others, and yeah, unfortunately he got struck down with the COVID, and well, he's gone home, and his poor ears, he can't really hear that well. But yes, the boys are in the... Exactly right there, Jonesy. Exactly right there, mate. And, well, happy Easter to everybody as well. And, yes, Broken, your man. That's funny you noticed that. That is so funny. He will be wrapped, you noticed that it too. Oh, we've got a couple of boys. Well, what the hell was going on there, of course? Well, Cody's up to their old tricks again. Matty Ross Watson out. That is a mouthful. And, yeah, he's out on track. First to blink. This lad's just newly on a wheel. So, well, he's the first one to cut a lap at the moment, of course. And, yes, as I did say, well, Broken, yeah, he will be loving that you noticed that, mate. And he has been, well, the subject did come up regarding your good self and him in a conversation between me and him. And, yeah, well, I mean... there's something there, Broken. I mean, come home, mate. Come home. I said the same thing to him anyway, so we'll push on. We'll sharpen up. Of course. But yeah, we are most certainly back. It is great to be behind the mic. As I said, first time in a while, probably a couple of months for me. But yes, flying solo. So you're going to have to bear with it at the moment, of course. But yeah, there is something, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, is Matty Ross getting himself all nice and sorted. I don't really like that camera angle over the driver's helmet there, but yeah, well, we'll push on anyway. We'll see if they give us something else. There you go. And, well, that is KTM Racing. No, I've got to stop saying racing. That is KTM Motorsport. Excuse me. And that is Matty Ross, of course, a Group 4 driver, as Noob has left the session. He has plenty of invites. I did see he had some connection issues. So, Newbie, just keep trying, mate. See if you can sort that connection out and, yeah, get yourself going again. But Matty Ross, first one to blink, as I did say. You're going to see this track map, as I do say. Light up, purple, purple, purple. Of course, first one to blink out there. First one on a timed run. Am I mistaken or am I not mistaken? Yes, no, yeah, he's the first one to blink. Yeah, there he is there. And, well, just confused myself. Same old, same old. So there you go, folks. Already in the comms box and making blunders. But there you go. Let's just see how many goes. And he's just lost the back end. He's gathered that well, but that is his lap done. So we'll flick to another new kid on the block. Of course, Matty AU. Well, there's two Matties. And Matty Ross and Matty AU as a reserve. And, well, this is his debut for us. And welcome, of course. And all the new drivers, they do get a lap. Yeah, no worries, Jonesy, no worries. Say hi to Mrs. Jonesy. And, well, I hope she's still keeping you in check. No doubt she most certainly is. And, oh, that bloody emoji. Take care, mate. Happy Easter to you. As, yes, Matty AU does. Yes, he's on a lap. I'm going to stick with him, of course. One of the new kids on the block, as I did say. And this is our first real good look at him. And, well, this back straight, of course, is one of the longest straights on the calendar. It is a whopping 1.397 kilometres long. That is huge. That is just under a mile long. That is a mammoth straight. And, yeah, they clock up some phenomenal speeds. Great place to overtake. You see a lot of DRS manoeuvres through there. And, of course, a couple of good places to overtake through this circuit. As Matty's about to take the line for the first lap. Whack. 1 minute 33.2. Not a bad banker indeed. The next reserve of Mashy boy. There he is there, of course. A 132.2 as well. And I have missed... Oh, I've also got to welcome back this man. This man, I almost... How could I forget? How could I forget about this man? I do apologise, boys. But we're going to get through this. We've got plenty of time in qualifying, of course. And a big welcome back to Mr. Tactical Genius. It is awesome to have this man back. And yes, a part of the furniture here. Oh, he's been with me for quite some time. It was a shame he missed the first part, but he's certainly here for the second part. And it's good to see. Just getting his groove back on. We're not going to focus on him too much, of course, as we'll flick down to see what Mr. Macedonian is there. Of course, doing his thing as well. And let's just pay attention to the chat. Noob needs an invite. Yep, no problems, mate. No problems at all. There you go, mate. Spammed, newbie, spammed. Sorry, mate, only just seen that. My apologies. Suicide 5 got... Verky, baby, mate. You should have been on this grid, buddy. I seen you in high cut. I don't know, you were swapping and changing, and well, there you go. You didn't, in the end, you couldn't make it. But yeah, I mean, there is a spot there for you. There is plenty of time in quali to get it done, of course. Brad Tay, well, the B1 himself on the back straight. Let's just say with Brad Tay, of course, see what he's going to do. The two Taco Bells in front of him just pitted. And, of course, this is, excuse me, the Energy Motorsport. That is the livery, folks. Of course, the man who created that does not drive for them anymore, funny enough. And we'll get to that in a little minute. Happy birthday! A big happy birthday to Mr. Fury Strat. And there he is there. Just getting himself all nice and warmed up for this for this fly. That's a nice segue. That was a good reminder, Fury. Absolutely brilliant. But, oh, he's gone deep. Oh, it's going to wreck his... Oh, no, Fury. No, that's not what he wanted. He'll have to, well, he'll probably box after this one. Just get his eye in, there's plenty of time. What are we worried about? But yes, Ferk, of course, yes, Suicide 5 does have some big shoes to fill, of course. As, yeah, well, it's just a shame, mate. And, yeah, you were getting your groove on. It's good to see. I do keep an eye on you, Verky. That sounds kind of creepy, but yes, it's true. See all the boys, of course. And, yeah, you're doing very well, mate. Good to see. But yes, like I said, mate, it is, oh, Doolsy, still tail happy. Loves it, absolutely loves it. loves it, and in the pit lane he goes. But there you go, Fury will follow suit, as we did see before. Dirty Orange circulating as well. He's another lad, of course, known for quite some time. Recently on a wheel as well is Mr. Dirty Orange, and well, he's improving by the week and doing good things. He's, excuse me, new setup as well, and I dare say by now he's in the man cave. I dare say he'd be loving it. And, well, good on him, of course. And, well, I'm not too sure how many kids he's got these days. But quite a number of them, but not as many as Bender. But Bender, where is he on the ladder? He's P7 at the moment. And, well, there you go, Footy Bender. Tell you what, blank sheet, of course, except for the Constructors title. But yes, we'll just see what these boys can do. They all know it. And, well, trophies, real-life trophies will be awarded to the overall champ, of course, as always. And, well, the group winners will get a prize as well, of course. Excuse me, I'll get those words out. Each group winner will get a prize as well. As currently watching Newbie going through the first sector. Not too bad, a bit squiggly, but there you go. He purples it regardless. And good on him, of course. Fury is out there on a lap right behind him as well. So we're going to have to keep an eye on these two. There you go, Verky. I will be on the grid next Monday, as you will be free. Ooh, return of the Verk. Return of the Verk. Unfortunately, it's great you're there, but in the reserve livery, there's still a seat available, Verk. And of course, well, still looking for that one more seat to be filled. And probably it's got your name on it if you like it, mate. But I'll leave that one to your good self. Pressure. But there you go. Well, there you go. Who was that? That would have been Maddie. Was it Maddie? No, it wasn't. I do apologise, Maddie. It would have been Macedonian. Jeez, Macedonian spinning at the wrong moment for his teammate. He was probably trying to do the right thing and give him a nice toe down that back straight. But, ouch. There you go. Lucky didn't impede him at all. But would have put him off quite some, a little bit there, being his teammate and all. But let's just see what Noob can do. So far, so good. Not too bad from the lad. As he's about to take the line now, it is a 1:33.0. And that is a good time from him, of course. The boys just getting their eye in as Janaku. Welcome, mate. Hey. Follower number 161. Hey, welcome, of course. Recently joined as a reserve as well, and well, we'll see the Meister. We'll see him back, of course, in the new game. Looking forward to it. He is too. And can't wait to see the man back out on track, of course. He is keeping a keen eye on the competitors as Tack just sitting there at the moment. Not too sure what is going on, but we'll flick to Dirty Orange. He seems to be on a lap, and he most certainly is on the back straight. So we'll bring this one home. Currently sitting on a 1:34.764 is the Dirty Man. And, well, let's just, 767, excuse me. And let's just see what he can do. Is he going in the pit lane? No doubt he probably will be after we pumped him up. No, he's not. Has he got it right? I'll tell you what, he was right on that line. He crosses the line and does not beat it. Just shy by a 10th. And, well. Plenty of time, still 7 minutes remaining in this session, folks. Plenty of time. The Dulzy. Oh, Dulzy's on a lap. We're going to stay with the Dulzy, of course. Maserati Motorsport, folks. That is the livery. Dulzy is an original, of course. Been a part of that team since day dot. And, yeah, he's doing good things, is the Dulz. And he's got some good turn of pace. And let's just see how he travels through Sector 1. And, well, there you go. So he's up on his previous best by half a tenth, folks. And doing good things is the Dulz. So, well, he's just got to get through the remainder of the lap, of course. And big things for all of these boys, of course. As I did touch on previously before, the drivers and group championships have been wiped. Different personnel, folks. Yes, as I did say, we did have a bit of a break and, well, for personal reasons and a lot of other things going on in the background as Tulsi purples the second sector. But yes, they will be wiped, of course. Different personnel now. A couple of guys left. A different scenario, of course, which is understandable. And here we are, of course. So a bit of a reboot from us, and we're absolutely thrilled to be back, of course. And next week, well, my left-hand man, Mr. Housey, will be back. And looking forward to having him back in the box. He's away on holiday, as I did touch on it briefly before, with his lovely family. And we wish him all the very best, of course. But Dulzy, nice and tidy from the Dulzy. One more corner to go. Oh, I didn't maximise. He did not maximise, but it's still tidy for P2. I tell you what, 132.5. And he'll be happy with that. He'll be happy with that for a first proper lap from the duels. And good on him, of course. Matty AU out there as well. He's going a bit slow, straight in the pit lane, of course. And Mashy boy, well, Mashy, I tell you what, on top with that 32.2 and doing good things is the Mash. Who else is out there at the moment? Banana Cake Pie. Well, absolutely thrilled. We were back, of course, and he's come back too, and good on him. And absolutely loving what he's doing. Isn't that Maserati livery gorgeous? Yes, well, the creator of that... thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dodoku. Yes, the creator of that no longer drives for that team, of course. Creator of that livery is Suicide 5, believe it or not, and I'm sure you do know that. But yes, he... now drives for V Energy Motorsport, of course, and well, he's another one that's just come back into the fold. I'll tell you what, we've missed his lap. I have missed his lap. I've been distracted, of course, getting through a few, well, I'd say housekeeping issues before we press on, get into the real stuff when the boys hit the track for the race. But he actually did, mate, and yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think so too, Fury. And, well, I mean, yeah, it's just well, like I said, that bit of a hiatus from us. But we are back with a bang, and great track, really. I mean, this track here, plenty of overtaking opportunities, of course. And, well, I mean, that is one right there where Banana Cake Pie is, of course. And that whole back straight. Of course, that DRS is a glorious 1 second zone is absolutely race critical around here, of course. And let's just see what Banana can do. There you go, he does improve. He improves massively. 6.5 tenths, if you don't mind, to throw himself up into P6. Good on him. And the Bopton out there as well on an outlap. I'll tell you what, all the Maserati boys, Jesus, they're all out there almost... they're all out there almost all at once. And I'll tell you what, his team is, as Bender goes in the pit lane, not too happy with that. So he must have made a mistake somewhere. And yeah, he will do a bit of a reset. Brad Tay currently out there as well. He'll be next to go, of course. And yes, sorry to V Energy, but Toyota Gazoo Racing is going to take the constructor. Ooh, Fury. Blue Dog couldn't leave his current team. Blue Dog loves a good taco. And, well, yeah, anyway, let's push on. Jesus. As we're currently watching Brad Tay, hey, a bit happening there, but he crosses the line with a 1 minute 34.1, of course. That is the B1, the B2 in chat. And we do hope you get well. Tack out there as well. He's gone wide. The game said you can have it. You can have it. Oh, there you go. Oh, that time's a bit... What the hell? Well, still the same old shit. All right, let's sharpen up, of course. Banana Cake Pie will be going in the pit lane, I dare say. And that is a very, very, very slow KTM. That might be Matty Ross. Just, what's he done there? He might be out of fuel. Is he out of fuel? No. Just chilling is Matty Ross, as he's got 2 Toyotas almost line astern. And that is Lorenzo, and of course, yes, he's another one as well. I do apologise, mate. A few things to get through, excuse me. But yes, he is here, of course, and first real good look at Lorenz. I'm going to call him Renzo. Renzo's probably better. I hope he doesn't mind. He's donning those Italian colours. What a lad! What a lad! I tell you what, he better follow Ferrari. He's got to. If he's got that Italian flag, his nice red car. He'd be loving it. He'd be loving it. But of course, yes, we're going to have a good look at him. I hope he's going to go again. I'm not too sure. But no, he's not. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So we're going to get a good look. And Banana's retired. Where is that? That is in the pit lane, I dare say. Yeah, that's all cool. That's all cool. So he's happy. Oh, no, is it? Yes. Yes, it is. It certainly is. So Banana's happy with his time. How much time left is there in this session, of course? Let's just have a look. We've got time yellow, as Housie would say. And yes, we do hope in the new game that does get shifted to the right or so. And we just say this all the time. But yes, just move it. Move it so we can see the bloody time. But anyway, we're watching Lorenzo at the moment. And I'll tell you what, folks. Driver looks nice and tidy, of course. excuse me, Toyota Gazoo Racing is not happy with it and just not enough time for another lap. Well, thank you very much, because at the moment we're seeing yellow sectors. Don't know how much time is left, but thank you, mate. So there can't be much time left, as Banana Cake Pie is just referring to in the chat. But here we go, as Lorenzo's just got a couple more corners to negotiate in this one mammoth straight. There is a KTM in front, and I tell you what, let's just see who that is. It's definitely not Masso. Is it Matty Ross? No, it's not. So it is Imanoob, and he would be on a lap as well. So it's not the place you want to be, because Lorenzo would be getting a nice tow down this back straight. And Imanoob currently sitting at P6. Lorenzo down there in P12. I dare say he's on a way better lap than what he set previously. Let's just see what he does. He's got one more corner. There you go. Nice and clean. Doesn't want to invalidate there. And there you go, a 33.0. P6. That's better from the lad, as Fury shows his hand on his birthday. There you go. Whack. With a 132.4. Good job, Fury. As these laps are going to come in thick and fast. There's a couple of V energies out there. JC has invalidated, so it will be Brad Tay, and he's going straight in the pit lane. There is a reserve. I'm not too sure which one it is. Is it Mash? No, it is not, so it's got to be Matty. It has to be Matty. What's he got in the bag? It's a 32.8. Oh, 2/10. Does not improve. Stays P4. There is a Toyota Gazoo Racing. That might be Dirty Orange. It certainly is. He does improve. Throws himself up into P15. Bender out there on track with his teammate of Dulzy just ahead. Let's just have a look. It's going to be too tough. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to miss one of them. Dulzy's slightly up. Dulzy is slightly up and just improves. P2 from him. And Bender crosses the line. Well, there you go. P9 from the Bender. Suicide 5 next. Whack. Wow. P3. P3. Oh, Mr. Altitude, has he come back with a bang, or has he come back with a bang? Jesus! Absolutely great lap from him. A 32.4, and Mash. Mash throws that in the pit lane. There you go. That is a job done. That is quali over. And, well, Mash takes the chocolates. Congratulations to Mash. Of course, Dulzy, not too bad. Not too bad, Dulzy. And Suicide 5. Well, Mr. Altitude, the stink. It's up there. He's up there in P3. I tell you what, he doesn't mind this track. Doesn't mind this track, does the Mr. Suicide 5. And Fury on his birthday qualifies P4, of course. And, well, once was known as Mr. Fury Strat, is now VSC Fury 51. And, well, 51 being that lovely number that he loves. And, of course, yes, well, on his birthday, P4. Congratulations, Fury. Of course, the race is long, and he loves an aggressive strat, as I was alluding to just before. Matty AU, P5 on debut. Great from him. Good to see him up there as well. That is an awesome, awesome time. And Tactical Genius, first competitive laps in quite a number of months. And throws it up there in P6. Welcome back, Tac. Yes, he's back. And good to see, good to see. And there you go, Mashy boy takes the chocolates, a 32-2. As we'll get through this order, and of course, Lorenzo, there you go on debut as well. P7 from him, a 33.040. Newbie, a 33.05. Very close between those two. Well, if you don't mind, you blink and you'll miss it. Bender there and thereabouts as well. And of course, Banana Cake Pie. Bopton down there in P11. Macedonian just couldn't get it together, it didn't look like, from the Masso. JC down there in P13. Brad Tay P14. Dirty Orange P15. Matty Ross and T-Mac round out the grid. Oh, Mashy was 4/10 up. Oh, dearie me. Well, that's a bit of a flex if I've ever seen one, Mash. Good on you, mate. Keep pushing, brother. Keep pushing. And good luck out there, mate. Good luck out there. Ooh, it's a bit overcasty. Don't know what the weather is doing. But while we wait for this to all load in, of course, this Shanghai International Circuit, 5.451 kilometers or 3.387 miles at capacity. It holds 200,000 people. The first race was held here in 2004. The most wins at this circuit is by Lewis Hamilton of 6. The most constructors wins at this circuit is Mercedes of 6. The lap record around here is a 1 minute 32.238. set by Michael Schumacher in the 2004 Ferrari. The fastest lap around here in quali was set by Sebastian Vettel of a 1 minute 31.095 in quali in Q3 in 2018, believe it or not, folks. Speeds around here, of course, you're going to reach around 348 kilometers per hour. You're at full throttle at 54% of the lap. And yes, that's long back straight is 1.397 kilometers. There's approximately 51 gear changes through a lap around here. And there we go. Bro, what's with the big crowd? Maneuver didn't make the line for the final run. No, of course, mate. Unfortunate. But yes, the race is long. Where are you in P8, newbie? And well, you can do anything from there, mate. Plenty of places to make moves around here, of course, as we'll go through this running order. And there you go. Look what the boys are doing. The majority have gone the way of the medium. Excuse me. Of course, Mashi out there on track. Says he was 4/10 up on his quali lap, on his final run. Just made a little bit of an error, and yeah, there you go. But on top nevertheless, and great job, good on him. Dulzy P2 on his tail as well, and Dulzy be looking for a good result here. Suicide 5, tell you what, the return of Mr. Altitude. There he is there, V Energy Motorsport, new colours, same man up there, P3, good on him. And look forward to a good race as well. Fury on his birthday in P4. Toyota Gazoo Racing. That is the man. Matty AU on debut in reserve. There he is there, of course. And P5 from him. Great job. Great job from him. Tactical genius. Welcome back, Tac, in Taco Bell. And, well, that just makes sense, doesn't it? Tactical genius in Taco Bell. And there you go. Brilliant from him. Lorenzo, bro, on debut as well. Oh, there you go. Whoa, okay, we're on debut as well. Don't know what happened there, folks. But yes, Toyota Gazoo Racing. P7, I'm a noob in P8. KTM Motorsport. And that is the livery, folks. Old footy bender. There he is there, of course. And, well, doing his thing. Look at that line astern of those Maseratis. Banana cake pie. P10 from him. Donning the yellow helmet, of course. And the Bopton. The Boptoonie. There he is there. Dude, had great results of late, of course, and well, P11 from him, Macedonian. Always watch for this man. He does some things during the race, of course. You'll see him carve his way through the field, as he usually does, of course. First race back, not expecting big things, of course, but yes, JC down there in P13, Brad Tay, P14, Dirty Orange, P15, Matty Ross, there he is there, taking his slot in P16, and T-Mac takes out P17 as we wait for these magnificent lights. Well, here we go, folks. We've got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We have 5 lights. The lights are out and we still wait. There is some revs and away we go here at the Shanghai International Circuit. Great start from Mashi. Great start as Dulzy tucks in. Let's just have a look to see how they all get through. So far, so good, and absolutely brilliant racing from these lads. Yes, side by side, nice and clean. That's what we like. As Bender just touches the back of Tack. As Tack has lost a couple of places there. Dirty Orange gets through. And same with Brad Tay. They are all through. Mashi holds the lead though. Holds that lead as Dulzy on his tail, of course. Fury sneaks by Suicide 5, and there is a bit of a shuffle as Noob up into P8. Lorenzo stays P7, and Tack drops down to P8. Old footy bender down there in P9 after the first few corners, folks. And this is getting very, very interesting. Oh, there you go. Banana Cake Pie had no start lights. What the hell? Oh, mate, this gets that guy. How good is it? I don't understand, man. Oh, well, there you go. But he's away. Anyway, he's down there in P15. And whoa, there is a bit of a touch. Oh, dearie me. Matty Ross got his braking point by the look of it all wrong. I'm not too sure. I don't want to accuse, but that's what it kind of looked like. And there you go. I'm not too sure, but we'll push back up to the front because Matty AU is about to make a move on Suicide 5. Gets that job done on that straight. And there you go. DRS not assisted. So Oh, that means he's using a bit of slipstream and possibly his wing settings are probably a touch less than Suicide 5's at the moment. But, well, there you go. Let's just see how these boys push on. Mashi sets the fastest lap, of course, on the first lap with a 41.2. Dulzy's still there within that half a second. And you still want to be there, of course. DRS will be enabled at lap 3. And these boys know it. They all are hunting that glorious, glorious zone. And none of them want to step out of it. You step out of it, you're gone. As we'll have a look towards the back as, yes, Matty Ross going in the pit. Oh, dearie me. Speeding in the pit lane. We'll just have a bit of a look to see when he stops, if he's getting a bit of a nose change. And, yeah, his mechanics, have they got a nose? No, they don't. So there you go. What? I'm not too sure if that's a Jeff moment or not, but we'll push on. We're on lap 2 of 28. Matty Ross just put the inters on. Unless he knows something I'm not seeing, I'm not too sure, but we'll push on. As I'm a noob there in P6, starting to close in on Suicide 5. Suicide 5 at this point of the race, just struggling ever so slightly, but just not happy with this car at the moment. A bit wiggly. Let's just have a look to see how this back of the car is behaving, excuse me. As Noob had to take a couple of bites of the cherry there, and let's just see how this all pushes on. There's still no DRS, of course, folks, and there you go. Yeah, but absolutely terrible decision. Absolutely, I could have been, I don't know, it could have been a Jeff moment, but I'm not too sure there, mate, not too sure. As, well, there you go. Suicide 5 gets a great exit there, and he's going to hold that position, of course, and he's just doing enough as Mashi's starting to stretch his legs. But Dulzy says, no, you don't, son. No, you don't. I'm hunting you, and I'm staying within that DRS, of course. And, well, Dulzy knows it. He knows that they're hanging on, of course. And let's not count out Fury on his birthday, doing great things in his new team of Toyota Gazoo Racing. And up there in P3, great from him. Matty AU's got some company behind, but I think he's quite comfortable sitting there in P4, just trying to close that gap to Fury at the moment. Of course, I think he's got that P4 covered. Suicide 5 has got a handful of a car at the moment, a bit twitchy, as I'm a noob still settling in. Excuse me, 0.5 of a second. Well, there and thereabouts it has been for the last couple of laps. Excuse me, as Lorenzo, well, there you go, still there as well. P7, they're all in that glorious zone, aren't they? They're all wanting it. So I'll tell you what, folks, whoever makes a mistake, it is going to be absolutely costly. And, well, Brad Tay is sort of doing his thing. He's got company of T-Mac, of course. T-Mac started last. Wasn't happy with his qualifying by his own admission, I would dare say. And, well, he's slowly getting his groove back on, is the Mac. In there in P14. And, well, he's got Brad Tay for company. He's got some DRS available to him right about now. And he will close that gap ever more so closely. So let's just have a look at Suicide 5, because he's just been passed by I'm a noob. And there you go, folks. So he is dropping a little bit. I tell you what, he is struggling. He is struggling as Suicide 5, P6 at the moment. But I tell you what, doing a phenomenal job for a Group 3 driver up there, P6. And his first competitive race back, of course, he had a bit of a hiatus. He was gone from the game for quite some time. He's just starting to get his groove back on now. And, well, there you go. P6. Oh, that was very close. He's given Newbie a bit of a sniff. And, well, who was that? Oh, Matty Ross. Ouch. We're not going to focus on that. But I did see a KTM sideways to the track. And there you go. Fury's setting that first sector alight. So Fury's trying to make a move now. Fury's put the foot down, and I think he's had enough. He's sort of getting his. Well, they're all finding that line, aren't they, folks? And getting that groove on, and well, Fury doing his thing. Suicide's clear. Well, I mean, it might be his thumbs there, Blue Dog, of course, because Suicide 5, he's a controller man. And, well, we all know his thumbs. Big toes for thumbs. Anyway, we'll push on. We will push on. Oh, dearie me, Bluey. Dearie me. As Tactical Genius, well, there. He's lining up. Here we go. He's lining up Lorenzo. Lorenzo is just dropped out of that DRS. There you go. And Tack is just going to spend a bit of battery and try to get this. He's going to go the long way around. He's going the long way around, if you don't mind, and that's a shocker. That's a shocking camera angle, and Lorenzo does enough as Tack gets a bit squirmish, trying to get the power down a little bit early. And there you go. Lives to fight another day, does Lorenzo, as we'll focus where Bobton is. What's going on there, of course, and well, Macedonian making a bit of an error. Well, there you go, and that's opened up the floodgates, because Banana Cake Pie is right there ready to pounce, and that's just what he needed. He's having a bit of a lonesome race, was Banana Cake Pie. And well, there you go, Masso making a little bit of a mistake, and he's brought himself into contention, of course. And maybe, just maybe, they might use each other. He might use him as a bit of a DRS toe zone. And just to see if he can close the gap, of course. He's the first of the hard compound runners. Excuse me. And, well, I'll tell you what, that works in good stead for him. He's just got to keep consistency going and do his thing, as Matty Ross gets a time penalty for track limits. Unfortunate, as just getting to grips with the wheel is Matty Ross. So, yes, out there doing his thing, and good on him, of course, as Bender is trying to make a move here. Oh, excuse me, what's happened here? Oh, that's right, excuse me. Macedonian, first time back in the box for a long time. Pardon me, folks, my old eyes just played a trick on me, but yeah, Macedonian made that mistake. But there you go, Bender. Bender is behind Tactical Genius. They all moved up one, and there you go. There you go. So Tack just doing enough at the moment. He's out of that DRS zone from the car in front, but Bender's got it. He's got some company as well, because Lorenzo's got Bopton hunting him down very quickly, if you don't mind. I'll tell you what, has he got his skates on now, or what has the Bopton? And just finding his feet at the moment is the Boptoonie, as we'll flick back up to the top, because Dulcie's in that, he's at the cusp. Of course, there it is, the 1 second. That's the glorious 1 second. That's what Mashi was looking for. That's what Dulcie did not want to see. And, well, there you go. Dulcie, and I'll tell you what, the gaps are almost identical from those two, between Dulcie and Fury. And Mash, of course, and well, there you go, have a look at that. Fury coming into contention. They are all hovering, they all know it, they all don't want to be out of it, of course, because all it takes is for, well, the car behind to really start making end grounds and, well, catch into that 1 second time zone. And, well, there you go, you're gone. You are absolutely gone, and they'll be all keeping an eye on what Noob is doing, of course. Got some speed as Noobie. 2.8 seconds currently. It is dropped to 10th in the last couple of corners. Look at it drop. Look at it drop. So Noobie's put his foot down. This is the part of the race for the mediums, of course. They are at prime tyre life, folks. So they will be using the tyre how they see fit. And this is a great shot. It is a great shot. And it's a shame we don't get to select this camera angle. But there you go. Absolutely brilliant there. Absolutely brilliant, as Bopton is caught right up to Lorenzo. And he's, look at that. Bopton's not messing around. And here we go. Here we go. He's just tapped onto the back of this DRS train. And let's just see what the Boptoonie can do, of course. The current reigning, he's the reigning Group 3 champ, is the Bopton. And he's not happy where he's sitting at the moment, P10, I wouldn't think, knowing Bopton. And, well, if he's got anything to say about it, he's going to do it right about now, of course, because these mediums, they're going to be spent very, very shortly. And, well, I mean, not spent shortly, but the prime will be gone very shortly, I should say, as Banana Cake Pie closing right in. And this is good for him. This is good for him. The first of the hard runners. Oh, Masso. Oh, he's just left enough space. Oh, he's just left enough space. Masso doesn't give an inch. He doesn't give an inch. But that was all clean and all fair. And very good. We're going to enjoy this battle between these two. Old sparring partners, absolutely. As our Banana Cake Pie went to send it on the inside. Excuse me. And Macedonian cut him off. But there you go. All fair, all fairly, though. Absolutely he did. And well, he's just got to cool his jets. He's got to back straight. He's charge that battery, mate. Charge that battery. And, of course, there is a back straight. Macedonian well and truly out of that DRS zone, and seems to be struggling after that little bit of an error from himself. Down there in P11, of course. And, well, first race back, as I did say. Not expecting big things from the boys, and it's great to see them, all back on track, of course, barring a couple that could not make it tonight, and I'm sure we'll see them next week. But here we go, Bopton, he's a little bit closer, isn't he? He's a little bit closer. Oh, he steps out, he's making himself a nuisance for Lorenzo. in those mirrors of his, but no, he lives to fight another day. As the Bobton, he's woken up from his slumber. As let's just see what he's got. And I'll tell you what, the heat is on. The heat is on. This is a cracking battle between P7, P8, P9 and P10. Now, I'll tell you, Banana Cake Pie doesn't mind it either. He's down there in P12 as we were watching before, as Matty Ross out of the session. That is a DNF. And unfortunate for Matty. We'll see you next week, mate. We'll see you next week. But there you go. There you go. So Tack, the leader of this pack at the moment, excuse me, and he is doing a great job keeping out of, well, not getting past. He's not in DRS from the car in front. And as you can see, P6, P5, P4 even. He's starting to come back, his noob. Of course, he's only taken maybe 4 or 5 tenths out of Fury at the moment over the last 3 laps. But, well, there you go. The P5, they can see each other. They can all see each other, but it's that space, isn't it? Kind of there and thereabouts. It's a tease. It's a tease at the moment for these boys. And, well, Dulcie's just making it interesting, isn't he? He's put the foot down. He's in it. Oh, no, it must. Yes, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Dulcie got some DRS. And here we go. Here we go. He's way too far back, but it's just bringing that gap closer for himself. And giving us some action for Dulcie, of course. Yes, Mashi doing a phenomenal job. And in that reserve livery, of course. And great job from you, Mash. And as he always does, very consistent driver is Mashi. And doing his thing up there in P1, of course. 8 laps, not lap 9, folks. Lap 9. So, well, we're coming to almost, well, probably in a few laps' time, these boys are going to start thinking about pit stops. As Bobton gets by. Oh, tactical attack, made a mistake. And there he is there in the side of the wall. And there you go. I thought he made a move, but there you go. Bobton has got by Macedonia, as we saw earlier. But Banana Cake Pot, excuse me, he's going to make a move. Is he going to make it stick this time? They are side by side. He's not taking no for an answer. He's done it. He's done it. He's finally got by him. And this is the time. This is the time for him to get that foot down, get some air between himself and Macedonian. Because Masso will do everything to hang on to that rear wing, if I know Masso. At the moment, struggling down there in P11. Very strange to see him down there. But I'm sure he will bounce back. Lorenzo still looking at Bender. And Bender, well, he's there in the front at the moment. He's the cork in the bottle, isn't he? He has to do his thing, of course. And, well, there is... Who was that? Dulcie! Oh, no! Dulcie! Dulcie, bad luck, mate. But yes, he'll go and get a nose change. And what tyre is Dulcie on? The medium, so this is not too bad. Not too bad, Dulcie. Keep it clean, consistent. Get it to that pit lane, throw the hard on, and you'll make it. You will make it to the end. Yeah, you will make it to the end, man. So, I mean, it's not over for you, mate. And, well, Bobton doing good things, of course. Bobton's still looking at Lorenzo. And Lorenzo doing an absolute solid job, staying in front. I'll tell you what, he's getting a bit impatient behind Bender. Bender's going to get sucked in here because I think Lorenzo is going to make a move. Oh, he thinks better of it. Smart driving, mate. Smart driving. Very, very good. But I'll tell you what, Lorenzo has spent his battery. He's absolutely spent it. And Bender's spent his. Bender's got none. No percent. Jesus. What's he doing? Oh, he's absolutely spent everything to stay in front here. And, well, let's just see what Bobton's got. Wow. Bobton racing very, very smart. We're going to see Bobton probably make a double overtake on the back straight, I reckon, because he's got, look at that percent, folks. Half. And the guys in front absolutely struggling with it. Brad Tate, P12. What's going on down the back? As, well, there you go. Dulcie out of the pit lane. New nose. Brand new set of hards. We're going to keep an eye on this, folks. We're going to keep an eye on where Dulcie feeds out. All the work he's got to do. He's got a great heap of clean air in front of him. And, excuse me. Oh, Jesus. Dulcie. And, yeah, he can do his thing. He can put his head down and really go to work, of course. And, well, this might work in his favour, of course. And, well, the gaps at the front have stabilised, folks. They absolutely have stabilised. Mashi doing his thing. Fury on his birthday, if you don't mind. P2 from Fury. And, of course, Newbie. Don't mind a podium. Does Newbie. And they're in P3. Matty AU, bit of a lonesome race from these boys, of course. Like I said, the gaps have stabilised. And I do apologise. They're not getting much airtime. But we are seeing who's just boxed. Newbie's pitted. Newbie's the first to blink. He's the first to blink. He's going the undercut, folks. He's going the undercut. The undercut around here is powerful. Let's just see what happens to Newbie, of course, as Suicide 5 slots up there in P4. Lorenzo, P5, the bender, still looking, well, there you go. Lorenzo did get by him in the end, as we did see. But Bender still stuck there behind Lorenzo, of course. Banana Cake Pie, well, he's making his move, isn't he? Look at him go. And he's the one we had to watch. He's the lead hard compound runner. He's going to go a hell of a lot longer than those medium runners, and he will be on the quicker tyre when it comes to his pit stop, of course. And, well, if anyone can do it, it's this man, Banana Cake Pie. Oh, well, this is going to heat up. This is going to heat up. I'm glad some of these boys went differently, and even T-Mac. Oh, Mr. Inconspicuous, T-Mac, and of course, he's ahead of Brad Tate. We just need Blue Dog to be there into P8, and that would be that. But we push on. A bit of an in-house joke, folks. A bit of an in-house joke. But yes, there you go. Brad Tate doing his thing. And we'll flick down towards the back. Your guy, JC, at the moment, just struggling a little bit as we all find our groove at the moment. Me included in the commentary box as Mashi doing his thing, as I did say before. 2.5 seconds, folks. 2.5 seconds as Lorenzo starting to stretch his legs. Bender has got no battery. These guys are running on the sniff of an oily rag in the battery department, of course, and, well. It's almost cancelling out each other. What's going on down the back? As Bopton has boxed. He's got ahead of critically bad Brad Tate. I did miss these pit stops, of course, and Newbie doing his thing. He's just catching T-Mac now, and T-Mac on that hard compound, of course, as we are seeing the guys starting to stop now. Look at this, a very, very busy pit lane. We're going to keep an eye on Noob. Where is he going to come out? Who was he behind? He was behind Fury, if you do remember, folks. A couple of seconds behind, so where's he come out? Where's he come out by? It settles, and yeah, hasn't quite worked out for the Noob at the moment, unfortunately. Of course, T-Mac yet to stop, and, well, the top three yet to stop as well. So it will open up for the lad, and tell you what, Banana Cake Pie sitting there in P2, and, well, it's a lot to shuffle out at the moment. It's got a lot to work out, but just trying to think ahead of time here, folks, and how these boys are faring. But I tell you what, Fury's in the box seat. Fury looks pretty good at the moment. Got some clean air. If he gets in this DRS zone, it's going to help him a hell of a lot before the end of this lap. He's got, what has he got? Is he going to get it? The line's just at the bend. It's just past the bend. He's not going to do it. No. It would have been so handy. But he was just a 1/10.5 away, was Fury, of making that dream. But we're going to watch. We're going to keep an eye on this too, because let's not forget, excuse me, we're going to watch when Mash pits. And let's have a look to the leader. So there's currently 25.9 seconds, 25.8 seconds separating Fury and Mash. So this is going to be bloody close, folks. This is going to be bloody close. Mash, what's he done? What's he done? Is he gone again? He has gone again. Woof. Oh, Fury can, I'll tell you what, Fury can come out in the lead. He can absolutely come out in the, let's keep an eye on this, folks. Oh, there you go, 26 has blown out a little bit. It has blown out a little bit, 25.9. So there's got one to keep an eye on as we'll have a look what's happening down here. Suicide 5's come out behind. He's come out behind the current Group 3 champ. And, oh, he won't like that. These two are going to battle it out all season long, folks, I do believe. As Bopton's just handed him a lesson. Woo-hoo! There you go, the Kiwi, as Bopton probably having a good laugh about it. And giving him plenty, of course, in that chat, in that party chat that I dare say they're all a part of. As Noob right behind Fury here, of course. Fury only on one lap fresher tyres, but look how much they've caught. Look how much they've caught, folks. 25.8 seconds now. I tell you what, what is Mash doing? Is he going again, or is he? No, he's stopping, he is. Of course he knows. He's maximised that pit lane entry. I'll tell you what, there's plenty of practice there from Mashy. That was good, mate. Very, very good. Let's just see what is going on. I think Banana Cake Pie should get him. but it's all about Fury. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. Where is Fury going to be? Where's Mash going to be? Mash leaving the pit lane. Mash leaving the pit lane. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be... Oh, Fury's too far back. He's too far back. He's too far back. Oh, I take good effort, Fury. Good effort, mate. Good effort. He caught up a hell of a lot. 2 seconds the gap. 1.9 seconds. And he's still got warm hards while Mash has got to warm them up. So this ain't over, folks. This ain't over. It's Fury doing his thing. And, there you go. Well, Mash, I reckon one more lap and he would have been done there, folks. One more lap and he would have been done. But Suicide 5, he's not letting go of Bopton here, folks. And yes, this is for P8, P7. And, Bopton just putting the foot down ever so slightly. But it's only hovering around that half a second as Noob has caught right up. Have a look at this. Noobie, let's not count this man out. As Banana Cake Pie still yet to stop, folks. He's still yet to stop, let's not forget. And so the top three, the net top three, of course, Mash, Fury, and Noob at the moment. T-Mac, Banana Cake Pie are yet to stop. And, of course, your guy, JC, will need to stop again. Excuse me, and same with Dirty Orange and Brad Tay. So, few things yet to happen out there on track, but there you go. As Mash just settles in, Banana Cake Pie in that DRS, he's got it open. So he's closed in a little bit. Let's just see what Banana Cake Pie can do. Of course, he wants to hang on to that. He wants to hang on to it, but Mash has got some speed. He has got some speed, and he's on brand new, just warming up hards. And I dare say he's going to hang on to that. Yeah, well, there you go. There it is there. There it is there. And Mash, well, he's just going to keep it on track. And this race is as good as his, I reckon, folks. As Fury coming up to Banana Cake Pie here. And he can see him. He can see Mash. There they are there, folks. But Banana Cake Pie, like I said, yet to stop. But that second position is his. It is his. Fury's got to fight for it. He's got to get the job done, does Fury. Doesn't want to waste too much time behind Banana Cake Pie, of course. And, look how smooth Fury is. Nice and smooth on that throttle. Good job, Fury. Good job. As Matty AU and T-Mac. Oh, look at this. It's heating up. We're going to see some action from Matty as he's right behind T-Mac. T-Mac on 14 lap old hards. Excuse me. As Matty closes right in. And I'm probably thinking long-term game is Matty. Yes, that back straight does loom very, very nicely. And, he's just tucked right in. Unless he can get the job done, which I dare say he won't, because the DRS zone is just around this corner. I'll tell you where it is, folks. Right there. And that is the point where you want to be within that second. And he certainly is. So Matty going to get this job done. He's going to take P5. Have a look at this. Doesn't even need the battery. And a way more superior exit, being on fresher hards. And P5, if you don't mind, from Matty, resumes his position. I dare say it's going to be P4 when Banana Cake Pie stops. So it's a great showing from Matty. Absolutely stunning on debut. And same with Lorenzo down there in P9, of course. That'll be inherited to P8 when, Banana does stop. But there you go. He has boxed now. And the shuffle will continue. Sorry, folks. Well, I just had to have a swig of water. As yes, we'll continue racing, of course. And yeah, Suicide 5 still hanging on, isn't he? Of course, 0.6 of a second as Noob. Oh. Maybe he's just hovering. Maybe he knows that him and Fury are very, very similar in pace. And maybe he's just going to wait a little bit longer towards the end of the race to get the job done. If he can't break away, of course. And, this is the cat and mouse game you play here at China. Of course, if you're finding the guy in front, very similar pace, this DRS zone will kill you on the last lap. And that's when this race counts down towards the end. That's what you think about. And especially when it's like this with Noob. He's just, look at him, he's just hovering, I think. And I think Fury knows what's Fury doing. And I think they're both saving battery at this stage of the race for that last couple of laps, of course. when you're going to see them jostle. But Suicide 5, want to be careful as well. He's just drifting out of that DRS zone, and Lorenzo Bro, he's doing his thing. He's starting to creep into it, so let's not count him out as, excuse me. Yeah, as he starts to catch Suicide 5 as well, and Bender as well. So that battle again, that was further down, has shuffled up a little bit, hasn't it, folks? Bopton, Suicide 5, Lorenzo Bro, Old Footy Bender, and of course, Dulzy did make that bit of an error. Still running in P10 is the Dulz. Doing a good job. He's catching. He will catch. He absolutely will catch. He's a far quicker driver. A Group 1 driver is the Dulz, and yeah, he will catch. But we've got to get them all to the end. They will all score points as Banana Cake Pie is preying on a safety car. He's preying on one. Of course, the boys doing a phenomenal job out there on track. Keeping it nice and clean, doing their thing. Their lines are pretty good. You can see them getting their groove back on, Banana. Your good self included, mate. And it is great to see. It is great to see. So, it begs for a great, well, a short but a interesting season, I do think. As I'm a noob and Fury still, look at this. Let's just keep an eye on it because I don't think, what's he doing? Is he going to make a move? He is going to make a move. He is making a move. He said, I've had enough of this shit. I'm out of here. And here we go, of course. Yes, Noob. Well, there you go. He does the dirty for Fury on his birthday. Fury will be happy with a podium nevertheless. But here we go. Noob trying to break the toe. And let's just see what Noob's got. Because Fury will have DRS. And he's going to keep him there and thereabouts. But if Noob's got some superior speed, this is where we've got to see it. Of course, that next DRS zone, the detection point, of course, is on that back straight. And Banana Cake Pie seriously wants a safety car. It would put him in the box. It would put you in the box seat, mate. It would absolutely put you in the box seat if it happened right now. But yes, I mean, we can only do that for you, mate. We'll put it out there for you. But yeah, this is an interesting battle, and there you go. Look at the pace that Noob's got. 0.6 of a second so far. And, well, there's the detection zone's coming up. So he's just got to do his thing for the next couple of laps and hopefully get further enough on this run to keep ahead of Fury before turn 14, and which is the end of that back straight, of course. And 15, excuse me. 14, I was right, yeah. And I think he has. I think he's done enough. He certainly has done enough. There you go. Look at that. Absolutely stunning from Noob. Fury will get DRS on this go, but he won't get it on the next one, I don't think. This one might keep him in contention, but Noob's turned up the wick. He's turned up the wick. And let's just see if we can make a dent on Mash, of course, as we'll flick down towards where Lorenzo is. He's still hovering, isn't he? 0.8 of a second. Suicide 5 out of that detection zone. This is the last lap. I'll tell you what, last lap of it for him, of course. If he keeps... Oh, Bopton with a bit of a tank slapper as it allows Suicide 5. Oh, excuse me, that was a half a second tank slapper. There you go. As Bopton very lucky not to turn that car around. Good save from him as the Bender cops the time penalty. No. That is not going to help his cause. And, well, I'll tell you what, these gaps are bloody close. They are certainly close where they are at. And if you have a look at that, if it drops him down around about Banana Cake Pie-ish, below his teammate, of course, as he's still praying. He's still praying for a safety car. Here's Banana Cake Pie down there in P11 because he knows that if it was to happen now, he would be primo. Banana Cake Pie, 10 points for effort, mate. 10 points, stack 3 rocks up on top of each other or something. I don't know, mate. I don't know. But Suicide 5, well, that was just maybe a bit of an awakener for him because, well, he's got the sniff of the Bopton back, of course. Look at this. Look at this. Bopton out of DRS. Suicide 5 knows this. He knows this. And look at him hunt it. Look at him hunt it. And I think Bopton knows he's got his card number here, I reckon. Suicide 5 needs a good exit here. We're going to stay on board with this. We're going to stay on board with this. Look at the exit Bopton gets. Bopton, where are we? What an exit. What an exit. That put 3/10 on him. No way. That was a huge exit, Bop. Huge. as Banana Cake Pie, still begging for a safety car. Fury, well, there you go. 0.6 of a second with Noob still, isn't it? As what is going on down here? T-Mac finally stops. 18 lap old hards. And there you go. Dulzy P9, Bender P8. That'll swap around after the race. T-Mac. Let's keep an eye on T-Mac as well, because he comes out of that pit lane on a fresh set of mediums. Tell you what, he'll be in the hovering to take another place as well. Bender will have that 3 seconds, but I reckon it'll be bloody close between T-Mac and Bender towards the end of this race. He will have far superior speed and grip than him, of course. And with that 3 seconds, it's anyone's game now. Suicide 5 and Bopton still doing battle. It is still that half a second, folks. And, well, it's almost a formality now, isn't it? Almost a formality. Fury's got to he's trying to hang on to Noob. As Noob just scampering off ever so slightly in the distance. Doing a good job is the Noob. It's very tough at this track, folks. It is extremely tough at this track when you're the lead car and the guy behind is similar pace, and you've got to try to break that second, because this part here of the track hurts all the work you do, and it's just a seesawing battle, to try to get above that second. So Noob at the moment at turn 14 is 6.5 tenths. So he is slowly breaking away, but this track characteristic just doesn't allow you to really break that DRS zone, if that makes any sense. As we'll flick down to Lorenzo, who's, well, look at this, folks. Look at this. He wants a piece of the action as well, and so does Dulzy. Dulzy and his teammate of Bender. We're going to stay with Lorenzo, because here he goes. Suicide 5 in P6. Lorenzo P7, doing a great job on debut is Lorenzo. And let's just see how he fares. Of course, Suicide 5, well, he's looking at Bopton. He's not really paying attention to what's going on behind. So this will be a cracking battle. This will be on sheer pace. On sheer pace, as they are all hovering on that 9-10 lap old hard compound. And of course, Dulzy not too far behind as well. Well, I'll tell you what, Dulzy just taking chunks out of the guys in front, of course. Just gets by his teammate. And I dare say that may have been team orders, which we like to see. Of course, that's the whole purpose of it. And Dulzy can set his sights on Lorenzo, but this is where it's at. Oh, Lorenzo just dropped. Oh, I'll tell you what, folks. Sorry, folks. Jesus, what happened there? Anyway, we are back. Sorry about that. Suicide 5, well, there you go. Bopton's just starting to stretch his legs a little bit more. Bender, well, he's going to use Dulzy as a bit of a toe zone. He's, well, in that DRS zone, of course. And, well, Dulzy should scamper off. He is catching Lorenzo. Have a look at that. And he might be able to pull Bender into contention, of course, because, well, Macedonian, well, there you go, 9 seconds. It's a bit too far back for T-Mac. I do apologise. Yes, it's way too far back. But there you go. You can get Macedonian, but yeah, Bender's a little bit too far ahead. Excuse me. Suicide 5 still hovering around that 4 tenths. The gaps have stabilised, folks. We are a formality run almost to the end, as we're seeing Brad Tay, Dirty Orange, swap spots. And there you go. Dirty Orange, well, on 18 lap old hards. They must feel absolutely terrible. And he's going to make Brad Tay's life extremely difficult. He certainly is. He certainly is. But Brad Tay getting the job done. But I tell you what, Dirty Orange will have that DRS. And he should have him into turn 1. Oh, a bit of a dummy from the lad. And he sneaks it up the inside. Brad Tay on that medium, though. 3 lap old medium. He'll just have the grip. Absolutely will. And he should drive out of that Dirty Orange. His life. There you go. Oh, what's happened here? Suicide 5 and Bopton. What's going on? Did Bopton make a mistake? Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Excuse me. But this is interesting. Suicide 5, Bopton swap again. And there you go. There you go. Absolutely brilliant job by these two. And Suicide 5 gets that line nice and tight. Bopton goes a bit tighter. But there you go. Good exit from Suicide 5. And that is P5 done and dusted. And, well, Bopton He's going to hope to get him before turn 1, but I think Suicide 5's done enough here, folks. He most certainly has done enough, and he will hold that P5 at least for another lap, or half a lap. Excuse me, folks. Yes, no disrespect to the boys, of course. But yes, Dulcie out there as well, and caught right up to Lorenzo, as we did say earlier on. And it's just about getting the job done now from Dulz, because he can use Bopton. Bopton's not too far ahead from this lot, and all of a sudden, Dulcie finds himself in contention. Of course, there's 5 laps remaining here, folks, or 4.5. And Dulcie, well, just doing his thing. Mr. Consistency at the moment. And yeah, Lorenzo Bro is next on his list. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that, because Bopton, Suicide 5. Suicide 5 doing a great job. Look at this. Look at this. What is going on? As, well, Bopton just dropping a little bit further back. About to see a move here from Dulz on Lorenzo, I reckon. Of course, on the back straight. Oh, bit of a rubber banding, was that? Bit of a lag spike there, quite possibly. But here we go, of course, and a long back straight. This should be job done, as Lorenzo tries to do the almost impossible and break the toe. But, well, there you go. He's done a good job of it. To be honest with you, he probably spent a fair bit of battery. He most certainly did. And there you go. There you go. So, Dulzie will have to pick his point somewhere else, or do it again on the next lap. As Banana Cake Pie says, I'd like to order 1 safety. He's still trying, is the lad. 10 points for effort. And well, he's going to jump. He's going to jump the Banana Man, of course. What, the Banana Man, the whole footy bender. Well, he's a Queenslander. That's what. Excuse me, Banana Cake Pie. But there you go. As we play the cobwebs out of the commentary box, just as you drivers are out on track, of course. And, well, I pray for housing next week. But here we go. Here we go. Dulzie all over Lorenzo here. And it's all about the exit coming out of 13. It certainly is, folks. It's all about that exit. Dulzie knows this. And it's all about sort of just sharpening up here, taking a few deep breaths, knowing what you got to do, and really concentrating and nailing that exit out of 13. You do that, and this position is as good as he is, of course. But Lorenzo, so far so good, has impressed coming out of turn 13. The grip he's got and the line he takes, gets the power down very, very well. Held that position last lap very well, as Dulzie goes a touch wide. Lorenzo hugs it inside line, and he gets a better run of it, but it's too, he's too close, is the Dulz. I dare say he's got him this lap. They're both relying, he's purely relying on the DRS. None of them have got battery, and so Dulzie really needs to get close and make the job done. Of course, they're not going to get it done with the overtake button, of course, unless they phenomenally save battery. But then again, it cancels each other out, of course, as this will seesaw again and again and again. Suicide 5 dropping back. There you go. Bopton getting that job done. Suicide 5 dropping back 7/10 of a second now, and Lorenzo's got his mirrors full, so he will be slightly distracted from Suicide 5 as Dulzie's having. Look at Dulzie go! Oh, over, under, over, and here he goes as Lorenzo does the right thing. He holds his line, and Dulzie has to tuck in. And great job from these two. Absolutely phenomenal racing. As well, Dulzie getting a bit frustrated, I would imagine. There is 3 laps to go, folks. 3 laps to go. As well, Suicide 5 just creeping back in, and these boys wanting some airtime, I reckon, doing the seesawing battle. As Macedonian and T-Mac, what's going on here? And there you go, T-Mac did get him. He absolutely did get him. Good on you, T-Mac. Up into P11 is the Taco Bell driver, and Macedonian down there in P12, of course. Brad Tay, a bit of a lonely race for him. Same with Dirty Orange. Excuse me, JC and, of course, Tack down there in P16. Excuse me. But Mash, well, we haven't seen much of him, have we, folks? Doing his thing out there in front. 8.5 seconds, if you don't mind, in front. What a race from this guy. Doing a good thing is Mashy. Absolutely stunning, mate. Keep doing your thing, buddy. As Noob is doing his best, but 8.6 seconds at the moment. Excuse me. And, well, Fury on his birthday. Well, there you go. Just got to keep it together. And he's got a podium on his birthday, folks, as the Fury man. So good on him. And a happy birthday again to Mr. Fury. As Suicide 5 and Bopton still 3/4 tenths, isn't it? And, well, Dools is a hell of a lot closer. He's a hell of a lot closer. I'll tell you what, Lorenzo doing a great job. This is very, very impressive. Very impressive from the lad, as he's just doing enough. They've both both got no battery, as I did say before, but he's just doing enough to stay ahead, and that's all he's got to do. He's got another 2 laps to survive, and that P7 is as good as his. And well, tell you what, it would have been a well-earned one too, an absolute well-earned one. But Suicide 5, Bopton, still doing their thing. So, Banana Cake Pie, unfortunate, mate. You didn't get your wish. You did not get your wish, but I'll tell you what, there's some action for you on track. You got your teammate there, and, well, maybe you can get a move done. Maybe you get a move done. Gives you something to focus on anyway, instead of some open track. But there you go. Bit of weaving for acknowledgement, and there you go. So, Macedonian in P12 as T-Mac just doing his thing on the superior medium as Doolsey gets by Lorenzo. He certainly does. He certainly does. Whoa! And there you go, up in a P7. I do apologise. Wow, we talking about that for so bloody long, and I missed the friggin' overtake. And so Banana Cake Pie and Old Footy Bender doing battle as we are on the penultimate lap, folks. The penultimate lap. And there you go. There you go, as Banana Cake Pie does get the job done on Bender. And, well, there you go. There's another car in front, mate. If you can have a crack. Have a crack. 2.7 seconds is the margin to Lorenzo. And, yeah. It's something to work for. I mean, you've got to always look at the glass half full, I think. As we push on. Suicide 5. Bopton, I dare say this is going to finish the way it is, folks. And as I did touch on, just a formality. Unfortunate, boring end to this race. But a very, very good race indeed. I must say myself, for the first race back, I know these boys do race other leagues, but first race back, very, very good from these lads. And Mashy, well, there you go, starting his last lap. And you know what? We might stay with the lad, of course. We've given him barely any air time. And we will stay with Mashy for the last lap of this Grand Prix. Let it from go to woe, did the lad. Got a phenomenal start. Absolutely brilliant qualifying, of course. Well, it was 4 tenths up on his hot lap, on his last push lap. And made a bit of an error. And, well, he was spewing, but nevertheless, took pole regardless. And he's having a good crack at it too. Look at him push. He is pushing a little bit. He's getting a bit twitchy, is the Mashy. And just bring it home, young fella. Just bring it home. But he's pushing like crazy. Of course, he was very close to his sector one time. But there you go. Yes, put it on pole, nevertheless. Off the line. Very, very good start. And, well, the rest is history. A couple of the boys behind were fighting amongst themselves. Gave him a bit of a breather. And, well, he never looked back from that point on. Just steadily held that 8.6 second gap to Noob. And, well, this race has been as good as his from the get-go. So, yeah, Mashy, good job, mate. And I'll tell you, that fuel light's screaming. No safety car this race, folks. No safety car. So these boys would have had to have fuel managed. And I dare say Mashy has just done it. Oh, have a look. Let's have a look. They're all flashing. Noob's flashing. Fury's flashing. Maddie's, they're all flashing. Oh, I'll tell you what, they all prayed on a safety car. And they'll be all hoping they make that checkered flag. But great job, Mashy. P1 for you at China. Great job, mate. Great job. Oh, no. Noob's out of fuel. Noob's out of fuel. Noob's out of fuel. Oh, Fury's too far back. Fury is too far back. Oh, no. As Fury crosses the line, just 2.6 seconds. Maddie makes it. Maddie makes it. Bopton's going to make it. And Dulcie will certainly. Great fight back, Dulcie. Great fight back, mate. Awesome job, man. P6 from you in the end. P7 from the Suicide 5. Lorenzo on debut. P8. Awesome job from you, mate. Banana Cake Pie in the end. P9. Old Footy Bender will take P10, of course. T-Mac stays ahead of the Masso, and Brad Tate will take 13th spot as we bring these boys home. And I tell you what, my voice could use a bit of a rest. Absolutely. Bit rough around the edges. But we push on, folks. We push on as Brad Tate takes the line right now as P13 done from him. Dirty Orange, while your guy JC will take P14 from him. As, oh, Orange is out of fuel. He's out of fuel. Oh, where's Tack? Where's Tack? Oh, how many, what's penalties, 3 seconds? Oh, it's going to be bloody close. No. There you go. 1.8 seconds in the end. There, that was China done on our first race back, folks. And good to see these boys back out on track. Absolutely. The game gave the driver of the day to I'm a noob, but we will decide that one. It did come from a fair way back, but it was all about the start. And I'll decide that one in a little bit of time, of course. There you go. Mashy points the finger to the sky. P1, baby. And there you go. Throws that trophy up. Got to spray some champagne. Young fella, have a sip, mate. Get in there. Get stuck in, young fella. Great drive, buddy. Great drive from you. I'm a noob, P2. Fury, on his birthday, takes P3. Great driving. Great driving from the grid, to be fair, as Mashy takes the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as well with a 1 minute 35.336. That's a grand slam, baby. A grand slam from Mashy boy, and he will be happy. He will be happy. Good on him. Well done, Mashy. As Noob takes out P2. Fury, P3 on his birthday. Congratulations, Fury. Good drive, mate. Good drive. As Matty AU on debut with us. Good drive from you, mate, in the reserve livery. And I hope to see more of you too, mate. Absolutely stunning drive from you. A bit of a lonely one, but a great drive, mate. Bopped it in the NP5. Dulzy. That was a fight back and a half. Good job for keeping on, mate. Good job for keeping on. And as Fury says, yes, absolutely. Report the race for not having a safety car. I think Fury's just read all the histories. What the hell? But yes, Suicide 5, P7. Great drive on debut for him. And Lorenzo Bro as well on debut, of course. Well, not debut for Suicide 5, but a return. Excuse me. Lorenzo Bro on debut, P8. And a great solid effort from him in Toyota Gazoo Racing, Banana Cake Pie. Oh, we spoke heaps of him. We spoke of him during the race. And there he is there, P9. Bender, P10 in the end. T-Mac, P11. Macedonian, P12. Brad Tate, P13. Your guy, JC, P14 in the end. Dirty Orange, P15. Tactical Genius, P16. And Matty Ross Watson, DNF. And that is it, folks. We're going to go on a brief pause. We'll get our top 3 in. And we'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, folks, we are back, and well, not many. The drivers, well, I don't know if they're a bit gun shy today, but we've only got one driver in, and well, the driver that matters anyway. It's the birthday boy, Mr. Fury. Oh, sorry, VSC Fury, and well, there you go, back in business. And well, I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what. First race back. And you'll take a podium on your birthday any day of the week. That was a good race from you there, Fury.
No, it was good. It was good to be back. Very much enjoying the league back up and running again and getting back into it. So, yeah, wasn't happy with the car all night. So we'll take a podium every day of the week.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And as I just check on, Mashy's joined. He's just joined as well, so we'll get to him in a little bit. But, well, towards the end of that race, it was might have been a little bit lonesome for your good self. I mean, I know the gap stabilised a little bit, and you did have quite a bit to do during that Grand Prix. But once you got the job done to where you were sort of roughly at, it was just a matter of keeping it consistent. So I think you've done that pretty well, mate. And tell you what, you still had a good turn of speed being the first race back, and well, this season, even though it is going to be the continuation of a short one and the championship tables being wiped and so on and so forth, this is anyone's game, Fury. And I know how the competitive beast you are. And, well, looking at Australia next week, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Eyes forward to Australia now. And, yeah, try and make sure I get the setup right. The glitch that Cody's have got with their time trial system's really not helping things out right now. It's really fun. But, nah, like GG's to Mash, he had really good pace, and so did Noob. I was, kind of scaled back the car because I had a half spin while I was in his DRS, and then, just lost it at going onto the back straight. So, toned back the car because I was running low on fuel myself, and then saw the yellow flag up in the sector ahead. And I'm like, oh, what's happened? I looked down and saw the orange dot moving quite slowly, and then I pushed as hard as I can. I ran out of fuel right as I hit the line, but kind of regretted I scaled it back as much as I did. But it is what it is. We'll take a podium, but two guys, Mash and Noob did a brilliant job tonight, and shout out to Matty AU on his debut as well.
Absolutely.
Really solid drive for him, and Lorenzo as well, getting P8. He was pretty chuffed with that. And well, I shouted out V a lot at the first part of when the season was going. But it's Toyota Gazoo Racing now, and that's just announced the champions now, mate.
Oh, hey,
so
there it is. Well, I mean, do we dare say it? I know you're a little bit back at the moment. Of course, the constructors were the ones that did not change, of course. And, well, currently sitting on 279 points. 341 is the target at the moment. So that is a deficit of, 60-odd points, 62 points. So
nothing we can't close up at Toyota Gazoo, mate. Nothing we can't close up. Like, Maserati have had a good night tonight. They had all four cars on the grid, and they had really good points. But so I'm thinking they might jump us, but we were the second highest scoring team from my rough calculations on track. So we'll take that. We'll push forward to catch the Taco Bell V, and we'll shoot down those Maserati boys before they get too far ahead of us as well.
Well, look forward to seeing it, mate. But congratulations on a solid drive on our return, and happy birthday to you, Fury. Congratulations, mate. P3.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it, and shout out to Mash. Great drive, mate.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Speak of the devil, he has joined, and I speak of the other boys haven't joined. I speak of Noob and Doolsey. Doolsey did get driver of the day in the end. Solid performance from him. Just kept on keeping on, didn't he? Made a little bit of an error at the start of the Grand Prix, threw the hard compound on, put his head down, and in the end, come home in P5, P6 in the end, and solid drive. Really good. Good to see, and I bet he feels good about that one. So congratulations on a well-deserved driver of the day, Doolsey. And Noob, solid P2, mate. From where you started, it was a toss-up between you two, and I thought, well, I'll give it to the other one for a change. No, I'm only joking, mate. No, very good drive from you two, Noob, as always. And yes, we'll push on to our P1 winner here at our first race back. I speak of Mashy. Mashy's just done the Grand Slam, folks. He's taken out the fastest lap, the pole position, and the race win. Well, Mashy boy. Mashy boy. Is that a statement or is that a statement? Congratulations, mate.
Oh, what a race, man. What a race. Oh, cheers, bro. So glad to be back.
Yeah, mate, it's great to have
Oh,
you back, of course. And, well, we didn't get much airtime with you, Mashy, of course. It was sort of a bit of a lonely race there. It was interesting when Dulcie was there, but made that little bit of a mistake, and the rest was history. And you pretty much from that point on just controlled the gap, just did what you had to do, and yeah, well, the rest is history. Won in the end by 8.6 seconds, if you don't mind. And, well, it would have been pretty lonely up the front there, mate. Just trying to keep you focused, but we did stay with you for that last lap. We did bring you home, mate, and yeah, it was good to see you doing your thing, mate. Very, very well done, and a solid drive out there in P1. Talk us through it, Mashy. What were your highlights, mate?
Oh, cheers, mate. Oh, yeah, so the first few laps, I was just managing the pace, and I was toying with Jules a little bit. I was giving the DRS, so the next lap was burning a little bit, and so he just missed it.
Yeah.
And then I saw him, like, out of the corners, like, he was sideways half the time, just really trying to stay in that 1 second. It was funny. It was good fun.
It's good, mate. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know what happened to him. I think he had a spin or something, but yeah, that was unfortunate on his part. He was driving really well. Him and Fury did really well in that first stint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then Noob put it really early for the hards.
I think he was going for the undercut. He really was. He put his foot down, but it just wasn't enough there, mate.
Yeah, I was sweating a little bit. I was like, oh, I might be in trouble.
Yeah, it was close. It was very close, especially with Fury as well, because Fury picked it a lot better than what Noob did. I think Fury went a lap later, and I think if you would have gone one more lap, Mashy, I think Fury might have just nibbed you. But yeah, it was very close towards the end, and yeah, it was interesting to watch. It was good to watch, to be fair with you, mate.
Yeah, because I was driving blind. I had no one with me. So like I had no idea where they came out. So I was like, oh, like if they came out of the good spot, then I might be in trouble here. But well, I knew Fury was running pretty low in wings, so I thought he might struggle a little bit on that first lap because of the cold tires.
Yeah,
it's hard to warm up if you're running low downforce. So yeah, I thought maybe I might have him covered, but with Noob, I wasn't sure at all. So I was like, oh, hopefully come in front. And I think I came out. Bernardo was in between Fury and I when I came out, so that helped a lot as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
On that first lap, yeah, just that little buffer just to keep Fury behind. And then I just sent it from there. This next couple laps, I just went for it just to pull a bit of a gap.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mashy,
have a bit of a breather.
I think that's a first for you here, of course. The Grand Slam, baby. That is pole position, fastest lap, and race win. Mashy Jr., congratulations, brother. Great drive. And welcome back, mate. Great to see you back on track. Great to see all the boys back on track. But Mashy, baby, P1, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate. And happy birthday to Fury.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, cheers, mate.
The all class from Mashy, and absolutely stunning.
Would have loved to
victory.
see you win, mate, but wasn't meant to be.
That's alright. I'll get you back on track when you're next on, mate. It's all good.
Well, there you go. It started already, and yes, absolutely phenomenal race to be a part of. I'm glad you could be there. If you were there from Go to Woe, thank you very much. If not, you just popped in. Thank you very, very much. We are back. That is the reboot already booted. And yes, we'll see you next week. We are at Melbourne, Australia. My left-hand man, Mr. Housey, will be back in the commentary box with my good self. And we will bring this bad boy home to the checkered flag, of course. Prizes are there, all there to play for. These boys know it. It is all about the points. As you can see the calendar up on screen now. So Australia is next. We look forward to that. We hope you can join us for that one. But from us, for now, we are Southern Cross Racing.